6 degrees. So this is kind of a childhood dream. I have the place with my twin brother. Maybe we can also find him somewhere around. So we've been doing it for 13 years. We started with teaching in windsurfing and kitesurfing and stand-up paddle. And now we have this place where we also sell burgers, pizzas, salads. We have concerts, sleeping area, people going out on lessons still, kids running around, and so it's like a summer paradise for us at least. And then we have the bakery, which we're also going to see later, which is kind of a new thing for us. But I think we have some good guys on the team who's stretching the dough and all this stuff. So that's a pretty good product so far, I would say. So the concert we're going to have today is actually the first one of the season. These beach concerts, we have the nice scenery, people going out kiting in the background, and then you can have a drink here. And today it's a Danish artist called Jada. She's actually played on Orange stage, which is the largest stage in Denmark. But then she's here, which is super nice, I think. So on the concerts we have 700, and then there's staff and guest list, and yeah, so it adds up pretty much. We have a lot of staff. We have 140 people during the summer. So most of them are of course working today, but all the ones that are off, they are for sure going to be in front row. They always are. So the concerts is always kind of the big events we have, but we also do. Actually, this year we have like a summer cinema where we have like a large screen out here and broadcasting movies, so people are just having small picnics and also some food from a cafe and then watching movies. This year we have a really cool documentary called Women and the Wind, which is actually a Danish girl and 4 others are sailing an old catamaran over the Atlantic. It's going to be a really nice one, I think. And then we have what's it called, Challengers with the Zendaya. That's also going to be a really great one, I think. We offer mostly we do windsurfing actually, but the place is also really good for kitesurfing because we have this like large shallow area, and that works really well for beginners especially. So that's actually how it started, and we still do that. So that's kind of but it's a small part of the business now, but we love to do it, so we keep doing it. And then we have we just walk around here because of course Denmark is like it's kind of a tight summer season. We always have. We have like 3 good months, and then we have 9 months where it's like pretty cold, and yeah, that is how it is. Then we have the sauna here, which has a nice view out here. We always use that in the winter, but actually also in the summer because we just got installed these guys. So this is also a bit of a building mess, but that's now we're just going to get the rough tour. So we just got these ones installed. This is cold plunges. So this one holds 6 degrees. So it's super nice in combination with the sauna, and I think like I actually tried it in because I was in Bali and I was wondering why they had all these like sauna signs, and I was like, okay, it's 32 degrees. Why would anyone go to sauna? But if you have a cold plunge, actually it's super nice because you get this totally de-stressing moment during the day, and it's so nice. So I'm very happy about we have them now. It's totally new. It just got installed. They are cold, but I think no one has tried it yet. Maybe we can try it later. Then you can try it.
I'm fresh.
Okay, so this is kind of the heart of the surf center, I would say. So this is what we call the beach bar, where people can sit and eat. And yeah, we have. I think like the nice thing about this place is it's very diverse. So we have like the families. We have elder people coming and buying bread in the morning and having a like slow breakfast. And in the night we have a lot of young people coming and drinking drinks and having fun playing games. Also we have some DJ nights and piano bar. And a lot of this Wednesday we actually have a salsa night going on in the field. I think that's going to be a really great one. I'm looking forward to that. So the whole place is an old grocery store which my dad and my mom bought 25 years ago, and then they actually worked as in the grocery store for 10 years, but then it closed, and then all the buildings were empty. And then Jeppe and I, my brother, we've been always been windsurfing and kitesurfing and stand-up paddling, kayaking, all this stuff, like just playing around in the water. And then we were like, okay, let's try to buy 10 boards and see if we can rent them out during the summer. And then I think like the first 5 years of the business, it was just like buying some gear, rent it out, accumulate some so we could buy some more. So it's always been like that. We don't have any investors or anything like that. Everything is kind of self-made, and that's an important thing for us as well. So we're totally in charge. We don't want to kind of account for doing every quarters and all of that. It's it has to be like we wanna have it. So it's a family business, but it's also like a real business actually. It has become at least. Yeah. So then, yeah, of course we do like a lot of coffee. And the pastries, now they have like cinnamon buns and croissants. We have the baker sitting here, Sylvester. And this is actually the old, like in Denmark we have like a pant system, it's called. So this here we have, this is my first job was here, where we had the pant machine where you put empty cans in and then you have to sort them. That's kind of a job for young people in Denmark. So that was the first job. But now it's a sitting area, so people get the food up here. We have some sofas, and then of course open out to the. Always people want to sit out here. It's a nice place. But we have this place open during the winter also, and also the small cafe. This is too cold, unfortunately. And then we have the kitchen in here. We can just say hi to the guys. Hey guys, we have a YouTube going on here, so we're just gonna show around. Yeah, it's in English. Okay. It's in English. Okay. So that's how it goes. So now we have like the peak is just over, so we have to prep for tonight. I think we're expecting to have 600 burgers tonight. So a lot. It's a big system going on. A lot of young people working here. So during the summer break. And in here we have like the small souvenir store where you can buy a lot of clothes, small stuff for the summer house, and both male and female. And actually, and actually, this place was the old grocery store. So now we have like an office and a lot of closets, and we don't have any surf equipment actually. We started with that, but like people are buying on the internet, so either way. So now these things, usually women go in and buy this stuff. They are they're very keen on buying all those stuff. This is the part of the business that I don't understand. We also have an accommodation area. It's just here, the campsite we call it, where we have what do we have? We have 6 tents, I think, and then we have 5. Something we call surf shacks, small cabins with a nice view. And then we also have a bungalow, which is a bit bigger. We've had that for, I think this is the 4th season where we have this, and it's super nice, like glamping tents. Toilets, of course, is not in the tents, so it's shared, but it's a super nice area, I think. And in these ones you can be 2 to 6 persons, and then we have some smaller ones up here. This nice green area, and this is the bungalow. We have 5 new shacks coming. These are some old ones. Actually, this is old saunas that we rebuilt, because in the start where we didn't know if people want to kind of sleep up here, then we had the sauna business, and we were renting the saunas out to like drive them out to people. And then we thought, okay, that's a great business in the winter. And then if we can try to do a great business in the summer to kind of build a bed inside. And that's actually how these came to life. This is the tent houses. So we have like a nice bed, and you can roll out some extra beds if you want to. I think it works pretty well. It's super cozy during the summer here in Denmark because it's a bit more, we have a bit more air coming in, and I think they're just, it's a super nice experience, I think. So the tents don't have a sea view because this place, of course, we have a lot of wind. That's what we like, because we windsurf and kitesurf. But it's not so nice to sleep in a tent when it's like super windy. So these are much more sheltered, and the cabins they have a sea view because, of course, That's a cabin. Now we are at the harbor, just 100 meters from the surf center actually. But this is what we call Lynæs Madbar, which in Danish a food bar. So Lynæs food bar. We have the beach bar. So pretty easy naming down here. So this place we've had for 3 years, I think now. This is the third summer. The first summer we actually rented it out to a Claus Meyer restaurant called Farsangård. So they did kind of a pop-up. Then they closed because it was a pop-up. and then we were like, okay, fuck it, we are gonna build one more restaurant. And it's for everyone who works with restaurants, they just know it's a lot of work. But now it's been 2 years now, and actually I think we're kind of getting how it's all working out. The restaurant business is much more service, much more like kitchen prep and like knowledge about food, much more than over on this side. Of course, now we have the bakery, so it's also pretty technical product. But like the burgers back in the days, it's just like it's a simple product. But here we have a lot more going on, so it's pretty fun. It's also been pretty challenging, I would say. I'm not a restaurateur by heart, but I'm trying to learn it. That's kind of the way we do it down here. We do it in Lynæs, and then we have to learn how to do stuff. It's the same with the bakery and all the other businesses we have, because we have a pretty wide range of businesses. We have like almost kind of a outdoor hotel. We have a shop. We have a cafe where it's like coffee and here what do you want, and here is like much more waiter work and much more production on the food, not just ordering stuff. It's almost like sometimes we call it a micro resort. Yeah. The only thing is I think like the word resort is kind of it has some negative connotation around it. but for sure, like it is. I'd rather call it a destination. I think like a small like micro destination with like the activity with or at shore at the heart of it. So that's the definition, I would say.
So if you're watching this video, my best guess is that you like to go windsurfing, kitesurfing, or just taking small adventures in general. And that is why I want to spend just a few seconds telling you about the Snuuzu mattress. If you have a Tesla Model Y, a Tesla Model 3, or a Tesla Model X, this is just an amazing mattress that makes your car feel like a comfortable hotel bed on wheels. And when filming this video at Lynæs Surfcenter, I decided to go Friday afternoon after work and spend the night in Lynæs before waking up at 4 AM and go filming at the bakery. And I found the nicest spot just by the beach, and it was just so easy and convenient, and it also allowed me to spend some more time at Lynæs and just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the nature, and just being able to wake up and be at the bakery in just a few minutes time. So if you're curious about the Snuuzu mattress, I have made a very detailed, in-depth review on my channel. I will put a link somewhere up here so you can check it out for yourself. And there is also a discount code in the description of this video if you're interested in buying the mattress for yourself. And with that said, let us get back to the video. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, I'm a trained baker. I finished my the baking school at 2007, I think. Yeah. So it's almost. I started at 2005, so it's 20 years now. And I had my own bakery in Copenhagen for 8-9 years. Yeah. So now I'm just working like consulting in baking and teaching people and companies how to bake. So that's my background and what I'm currently doing. I ended up working here because Johan called me and he was like, I need to open a bakery in Lynæs. And Johan is a friend of mine, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I just loved Lynæs and was working in, not working, but I was staying here last year on my vacation, and I grew up here in this area, so I just know a lot of nice places, and I love to be here. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's open a bakery in Lynæs. It's just like we have an oven from Mive Kondo, and it's a really good oven. But this one is from 2011, so it's a little bit old, and it's baking more in the back than in the front. So we need to turn the trays before we can bake it. So this is my croissants, and it just needs to be turned. And the tea makers.
Why did you decide to buy this oven?
Because I worked a lot with Mive ovens, and I just like the system and the controls and how it's baking, and it's a really stable oven. So, and I think my sourdough is ready. You can just take a look. So this is the levain, and it's like it was here. I started it. I fed it like 3 o'clock or something. So it's 1.5 hours. I think it's ready. Yeah, and that sound is the worst sound in my head. Sometimes I have a nightmare about this sound. I think this is my signature. I made a lot of those tebirkes.
Yeah, what is it?
It's like you have a croissant dough, and I'll just turn on this sound. It's the croissant dough with the marzipan, frangipan, and covered with the poppy seeds. So it's and you have the wings. So when you let it sit, you have the wings sitting on the sides, and people love the wings. The wings is this one. This is like a caramelized sugar marzipan something. This is my croissants, and as we talked about for a couple minutes ago, I turned down the bottom heat because it was a little bit too high. So actually I think it's a little bit too dark. No, it's fine, this one's fine, but yeah, I want to bake it a little bit more. It's not ready. And that's the hard thing with baking pastry in a deck oven. It's really hard to control. So you need to turn it, especially with an old deck oven. But
so what did you do now?
I just checked the what's it called. I can feel it's like a little bit heavy in the bottom, and if it's too heavy in the bottom, I need to bake a little bit more, so you can have more racing inside the croissants. Yeah. Otherwise, we have like a hole in the top, and the dough's like in a mass in the bottom. So, and we don't like that. We need this beautiful net of layers inside. So, we have bread, we have buns, we have croissants, tebirkes. We have cardamom buns. We have spandauer with the rhubarbs, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's done. So you have like 12-layer croissant. Oh my god, I hate that sound. So I think it's really beautiful.
And you make these yourself?
Yeah. We are using that table, the rolling table, and me and Caroline is making the croissants. Look at this layers if you turn it like. We are producing a lot of, pastries in one day. So we don't have space. We only have space for 10 trays in the prover. So we need to take it out and let it sit out for until there's like space in the prover. So, and I think so this is the span now, and it's almost ready. We can take it out. Spandauer. This is the croissants before proving. It's a little bit small.
So how long do you prove things for?
It will take 3-4 hours. So you can imagine what time I'm finished today. But it's okay. Proving is it's like you have a chamber here with a little. You have right now it's 29 degrees. I'll put it up for 31. But if I put the temperature too high, it will melt the butter. So it's really important that it don't get too high. So and it's adding a little bit of no, not a little bit, a lot of humidity. So the yeast can have the best what's it called living
Conditions.
Yes, exactly. So that's a prover. And my buns. It's really nice. Yeah. Det er flot, her. So my Levant sourdough is ready. You can see it's ready because it's floating on top of the water, and it's quite young. So we don't have too much acidness, acid bacteria. We have a lot of yeast bacteria, wild yeast bacteria, and not the the supermarket yeast. But inside the sourdough we have two kinds of. Not two kinds, but we have the wild yeast and we have the lactic acid bacteria. And when you are using the sourdough with a lot of acid bacteria inside, it's going to ferment quite fast. So when we're using a young sourdough, we have more yeast bacteria and we can ferment it for a longer time. Yeah, and you can get a lot of racing in the bread. So we are using flour from Kornbymølle. I think it's in Lynge, close to Copenhagen. Not that close, but and it's Per Grubbe, who worked with Claus Meyer in like 20 years ago. He have his own mill in Lynge, and it's a really good flour. It's one of my favorites. I have Kvartsmølle and Kornbymølle. It's the best flour in Denmark, I think. Flour number 1, that's the white flour. It's like with no grains at all. And we have flour number 2, this one. And this we have. It's called 80. This one's called 70 because we are, taking off 30% of the grains, and this one is 80 because we take 20% of the grains, and the last one is 100 because we are taking 0% of the grains. So that's basically the difference between the flour. And if you see this one, it's the all grain flour, and number 2 and number 3. It's the taste of the bread, and number 1 is just the structure. The structure like the skeleton. So you have the gluten strings and the gluten protein. So and all of it's white flour, wheat flour. So we're not adding rye, but yeah, now it's ready. So. This is the Eschmark pizza mixer. mixing the dough until it's you know, all the flour is what is it called, like mixed. Oh my god. Det bliver fedt det her med den her ovn her. Bare lige sådan, du ved, klippe det ind til sådan
Ja.
Okay, now it's ready. So we're done. Chibis. We're just mixing the dough so we can't see the flour anymore. And when it's done, I'm just scraping down the sides. And we will let it stay with no mixing. It's called an autolyse for 40 minutes. And that's basically it. And when we're making the autolyse, all the gluten protein will find each other and connect. And the fermentation is starting. And the yeast will just start to proof the dough and raise the dough. And we are making 2 folds and just fermentate it in the fridge all night. And tomorrow we can bake it. So that's it. 40 minutes. And we are using the old school system, because Thomas loved it. So this is the rhubarb spandauer with the marzipan, frangipan, and this is actually the same. We use the same mass we're using in the almond croissant. So just give them a little bit of juice. And some rhubards. And I really like the lines inside, and just to make it like this. Just connecting the right colors. It's just like making a painting. And this is actually we are also making this by ourselves. So we have I think it's about 5 kilos of rhubarbs, and we are cutting all of the rhubarbs in the same size, so it's 6 centimeters. So it takes a lot of time, but I think it's worth it because this looks amazing. I'm always telling people to use their hands when they're making sourdough and dough, because if you're using what's it called, a whisker, what is his name? You cannot feel the temperature and the consistency. And if you're using your hands and your brain will remember how it was. And after a few years, it will be easier to control stuff because you have the feeling in your hands. So it's really important to use your hands. and I'm using the spray technique like this because I don't want the omelette. So this is lemon syrup with it's a little bit sour, so it's supporting the sweetness from the dough and the sweetness from the frangipan, and giving a little bit shine. I think it's important when we're making pastries like this that we are just taking the time to make it look really good, because it's just like if you make something and you use a lot of time and you just ended up with not making the final touch and the finish, I think it's like there's no reason to do it then if you don't make it like amazing. So rather use 5 minutes more and make it like perfect than skip it. So 40 minutes has gone, and we need to make the basinage, extra water and salt, and when we are adding the extra salt, the salt is taking some of the water from the dough, and it's going to be more tight because it's what's it called, sucking the water out of the dough. And we use the sea salt, the big, what's it called, grainy sea salt, and it will be like, they will go like 1 to 2 hours before the salt is completely dissolved in the dough. So in the fridge, in the fermentation in the fridge, it will tighten up the dough, so it's like more strong and more what's called like, yeah, more strong. So you just need to remove the dough from the bottom, because it's, if you see, you have like small portions of dough sticking to the bottom. So I'm mixing the dough until it's shiny, because I need to finalize the last gluten proteins, so it's as strong as possible. Because the more gluten you have developed in the dough, the more strong the dough is, and the more it lasts in the fermentation time. And you have, you know, it's going to raise a lot in the oven if you have the gluten protein as high as possible. So the dough is shiny now, and I can make the gluten test. And the hydration in this dough is 87. So we have the gluten, and it's like, it's not running, it's like wobbly. You see? It's like elastic. And the way we can see if it's done is just to turn off the oven first of all, and we can just tip it over. And we need to have it like a little bit golden in the bottom. And this is finished. Jeg har ordnet rabarberne. Yeah, looks amazing. So now we are just folding the dough, because after we took up the dough needs to rest so the gluten can relax. And now I'm just going to stretch and fold so the gluten is tightened up. And you can see it's shaping like a ball, and we get some nice air pockets. And we're doing it 2 times, and then it's ready to ferment in the fridge. And again, it's a dough with no yeast, but there's a lot of activity in this dough. So sometimes we need to let it rest in the room temperature for 20 minutes. Sometimes it's 1 hour. It depends on how hot it's in the bakery.